Hey, welcome back to edtech by Meera, and in today's lesson we are going to concentrate on one important concept, the while true loop. There were many of my students who asked me, what is a while true? Is it a loop or is it a function? So I saw that in many platforms this question running around, so I decided to do a lesson on this. Mind you, this is not a function at all. This while true is actually a loop constructor, is part of a loop in Python, whereby what happens is if you run the while true loop, whatever code block is inside there will be executing repeatedly infinitely, right, to the power infinity, unless and until you use a break statement to stop the loop. That is, this is how you show while true, and then inside some code block will be there. And remember, after the true, there will be a colon. Yeah, because remember, in loop constructors we always use a colon, not just in functions. So this keeps on repeating when, until and unless the condition holds true. Whatever code block or condition, whatever you've mentioned inside, until and unless it holds true, this loop constructor will make sure that the code block inside will keep on repeating to the power infinity. Okay, sorry. So let's get started. Now remember, when you use the true, the T will be starting with a caps, but while will be small w. Okay. So while true, let's consider an example here, like using a print statement or a print function. So while true, inside that we are considering a small line of code which is printing a string. So print, let's say, hello world or hello sir or whatever you want to print. Yeah, and then let's see what's happening in the console. That will be a very funny thing that you will see. So let's see. Just let me write the string inside the print, and then like something like hello user, welcome to my page, whatever you want to write. Let's run it. Oh my God, to the power of infinity. See, there is no control. It just keeps on printing hello, welcome to my page. Whatever string you wrote over there, no control. It just keeps on printing. No stop to it, just indefinitely to the power of infinity. So this is what happens inside the while true loop constructor when you write a code block without using a break statement. It will keep on doing like this. So this is just to give you an idea what happens. Okay, so let's consider another example. Okay, I'm just writing the definition here, to the power infinity. So now you know what happens. So I just gave you that instance of an example to show what happens. Sometimes it might go so much to the power of infinity that it may even spoil your machine. This is really crazy. Okay, so now you know it's not a function, right? So please stop calling while true a function next time. Because I saw several questions floating out there saying, I'm confused, what is while true? Is it a function? Is it a loop constructor? Or what? What is it? So now there you go, you know it's not a function. Okay, it is a loop constructor, but it's definitely not a function. So then we consider another example, remember, where we need to count things. So this is like a counter example where we have a counter and we want to like keep on counting things. Sorry about the error. I'm having some problem with my code editor. Okay, let's fix my editor first. Okay. Come back to the main page, the main py. Okay, so we initialize the value of count, you know, you can call it count items, whatever, or number, as 100, and then after that we run the while true loop. So while true loop, in that I run a code block. Count is minus equal to 5, which means you've done it already, means count equal to count minus 5. So accumulated every time it will be minusing, or rather subtracting from the initial number by 5, by a measure of 5. Now we write a conditional statement here. because we need to break it, so at what point of time will it break? If the count reaches a point of less than 20, it means like that. So if the count reaches a value of less than 20, then break means stop the loop, stop executing the code. Which code? The code of count minus equal to 5, and then print the count. So let's see. Let's have some fun with this count example. Now, I did it this way. You can do with other counts, like you can do the add count, you can do the multiplication, whatever. So this is just to show as an example, right? You can do with anything, the count one. Even addition ones also you can do, or different numbers you can do. You can make the initial number different, whatever you want to do. There you go. So from 100, what happens is reduced by 5, 95, then 90, then 85, 80, 75, 70, and so on and so forth until it reaches 20. Boom, it stops. Because why? You gave a condition that if count reaches that value of 20 or less than 20, it will not support the loop anymore. It will stop. That's why we use the break condition, the break statement, after this condition of if count less than 20. So that is one. Then let's consider another example, which involves users keying something, entering a value. We already know input. When is input used inside Python code? Whenever it involves user inputting some value, right? So we use this while true loop again in another example where we have some user input values. So user input equals, input, let's say it's for voting election. So we say input, enter your age, something like that. Now you can use it for input some other value also, but I'm just giving it with this example here. So user input equals input, enter your age. This is the simplest of example I could pick up, so I just use this because this is just to demo. And if user input, then give some conditions to give a break. Otherwise, I'm afraid it'll break my computer and my phone and everything else with the infinity loop. Okay. So if user input, let's say, we give some age limits, restrictions. If it's, let's say, greater than 21, then we'll say print you're allowed to vote or you're allowed access, whatever, something like that. That means if you're more than 21 means you're an adult already, so the restriction is lifted. There's no more restriction. This is just an imaginary situation, nothing specific, just kind of to demo the way the code block works. Okay, so this is a if condition. So if user input is more than 21 means you are allowed to vote. We use the print statement, and then break, because why? We are going to give another condition, else not allowed to vote. Obviously, else means the next condition is understood. It's less than 21, not an adult, so you're not allowed to vote or not allowed access, whatever. It could be either ways. So this is how you use the while true loop. This is just to show the while true. This is called a while true loop constructor, in which you can work like this with a code block. So until the condition is met, it will keep on executing the block. So let's run the loop and see what's happening. Enter your age. You are greeted with a prompt, enter your age. So the user will print some number here. Let's say 20 or 21, and let's see what happens. Oh, forgot to test the code. Do it again, run the code again. Okay, oh, there's a bug here. Oh, string. Okay. Obviously, remember when you are supposed to do input for digits or numbers, whole numbers or integers, you are supposed to write int, remember? So I missed out on that. So we need to write that. Now if I wanted, I could have just nicely edited and shown you, but I want to show you the raw piece where I made a mistake. So because this is a common mistake we all make when we are inputting numbers, as a developer, of course, as a coder. So I keep the mistake to show you. There you go. Let's do it again. Enter the age. So I enter the age and then, oh, I forgot to click the return key after entering the age. Yeah. Do it again. Let's do it again. So I hope you are also doing it along with me. Please do not watch without doing it. Please make sure you have a computer or a code editor and you are running it along with me. So then you'll learn. Okay, I entered some age here. Run. Okay, not allowed to vote because it was less than 21. When I write 25, which is more than 21, it says you're allowed to vote. So now you know. The code is working. Earlier, I forgot to write integer before the input, that is int. That's why it was not able to run the code. Because you know, whenever you input integer values, you need to, in order to convert string to integer, you need to write int over there, int, before the input. So that's correction done now. So you know how to do this. So this is how the while true loop constructors work. It works, the code, it executes the code block indefinitely unless and until you write a break statement with some conditions, because as long as the condition holds true, it will keep on executing the code. Once the condition doesn't hold true anymore, it will stop the loop. This is what we need, otherwise it will keep working indefinitely until your whole machine will burst. No, just kidding. Okay, so now you know it's not a function, it's a loop constructor. So you won't ask that question again, I hope. So make sure that you click the subscribe button. Okay, just being funny. Make sure you subscribe until we go to the next lesson, which is much more challenging. See you in the next.